Yep, and it's very powerful. It does 6 damage. So with iron arrowheads, you're doing a total of 8 damage from an arrow.
Nice.
Very potent business. Got an iron sword here, and that is my welcome to the server gift to you.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
All right. It's pretty powerful, but more importantly, it's fast. I'll step back, go ahead and make a couple of swings with it. So you can see it's quick.
Yeah.
All right. And so that means that you can really get busy with it in a hurry. I've got a iron spear, and basically anything like the spear here is going to actually take 2 of those debarked sticks. So it'll be the spearhead in the top left corner, and then 2 sticks below that, and then some sisal twine or sinew or whatever. Okay? It's the same thing when you make a primitive shovel. When you make a shovel using a stone shovel head, it'll be the same kind of thing. And
if you hit H, like this will tell you what it is.
Yeah. If you hit H and enter primitive, you'll see that there's all kinds of simple primitive tools. There's the primitive shovels. There's a primitive sickle. There's a primitive adze, which allows you to actually carve a mortar for a mortar and pestle. There's the primitive knife.
Right.
Which is done the same way. It's one of the knife blades you normally make, one of the debarked sticks below it, and then a twine to bind it up. Because that's the thing, is in addition to the things that have been added, we actually have to bind up the heads to the shafts like we actually should do in a traditional fashion here.
Well, this guy is good.
Yep. Well, and so Tony is the organizer of the mod, and he does a lot of scripting, and then there are a bunch of other people that have all contributed to it. So we don't want to give the impression that this has all been done by Tony, because this is a labor of love put together by a pretty substantial number of people, and we just want to make sure that's understood. Now, the reason that we have bamboo growing outside is we can use that bamboo to make bamboo arrow shafts, and with that we can actually create javelins. So you can make bamboo arrows with basically it's a bone arrowhead,
right,
a bamboo shaft and a feather to make primitive arrows. They're bonehead arrows, and we can also make javelins out of the bamboo. The bamboo that's growing outside, I actually brought back some saplings so that we could plant that out there, because I wanted to experiment with the javelins.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so there's a lot of stuff added by the mod, and those are some of the most important things to know about. The middle chest on the right side here is where all the animal bits are, basically, at this point. That's where you'll find some feathers. That's where the bones are, the animal tendon, some sinew, and some sinew thread, which I need to transfer over there. There we go. And you'll see there's a little bit of sisal twine in there. There are horn slabs cut from animal horn, and that allows us to make the advanced composite bows.
Wow.
You can see there's also some leather strips in there, and there is a flint knife blade in there, and that's what I wanted you to come over and grab, is that flint knife blade. So you can use that, one of the skin down sticks, and then either some sisal twine or some sinew thread to make yourself a new knife, because if you grab the knife out of that chest, it's probably just about kaput.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's pretty worn. I'll try, let's try the sisal thread. Now, how do I do that again?
I just tossed you another spear just so you got to back up. So to
see the sticks below that.
Yep.
And
So the knife blade will go in the top left corner. The stick will go below it, and the whatever you're using to bind it will go in the center.
Okay, the Sisal thread didn't work. Let me try the other.
Yeah, the Sisal thread won't work. You have to change the Sisal thread into Sisal twine. You by putting those four square.
Well, let me try that just so that I can see.
Yeah, make some of the Sisal twine and use the Sisal twine to bind it on.
Yep, it works. I just want to make sure, that I understand all the different ways to make it. So I've got a primitive knife now. It's not spent. Yeah, this one's about dead. It doesn't even have any color left.
So you can take the one that's just about shot and you can put it back up in that chest that you got it from. That's where we just put kind of some worn backups so that in an emergency we got something to grab.
Right.
And so I actually need to rearrange my hotbar here. Don't know how it became such a mess. But I figured
a lot of these guys around.
Oh yeah, the Butt Munch Mafia is on a rampage out there. But we've got a forge here and a tin bronze anvil so you can work iron on it. There's a couple of iron ingots right here on the floor, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
And in the bottom chest, there is brown coal. It's towards the top middle.
Yeah, what's brown coal?
That's coal that's mined out of the ground.
Okay.
Rather than from a charcoal pile.
Gotcha.
So right there on the wall, bottom left corner of that tool rack, there's an iron hammer there.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, you probably haven't reached the point that you've done any blacksmithing yet, right?
The only thing I've done is make a prospector's pick.
All right. Go ahead and right-click the iron hammer so that you pick it up. From the bottom chest, get yourself 2 pieces of the brown coal.
2 pieces?
Yep, you should only need about 2.
Oh, shoot. Okay, got it.
Got it? All right. And then right-click on one of these iron ingots.
Right-click?
Right-click will help you pick it up. All right. Now you're going to come over and with the coal in your hand, you're going to shift right-click on the forge.
Oh. Okay.
Go ahead and put both those pieces of coal in there. Shift right-click the second one in. Now you'll need to transfer your torch to your right hand. So just get it down on your hotbar and hold shift and right-click until the forge ignites. There you go. Go ahead and stick that back in your left hand and get that iron ingot in your hand.
Here it is. Okay.
Yep, iron ingot in your hand, and you will shift right-click to place it on there. There you go. Now just go ahead and watch it, and it will eventually change color.
Okay. Who's going? Is that Ereketh?
That is Ereketh out there killing the Butt Munch Mafia.
Okay.
She is wrecking them. All right, it's gone through red. It's coming up high red. There it's going light red, and it's white. Go ahead and right-click it to pick it up.
Okay.
There you go. Now you're going to shift right-click on the anvil with that in your hand. Okay. Now, of the tools there, choose the sword.
Shoot. Scythe.
It'll be bottom left in your... Okay. Now, get the hammer in your hand.
Okay.
All right. Now, with your crosshairs on the outline, hit F. F as in Frank.
Okay.
You'll get something that pops up. The one that's all the way to the left will spread the metal in every direction, one square, and then you'll have basically, like up, right, down, and left. So it'll be a dot and an arrow, and the arrow shows which direction it's going to spread. You want the one that has an arrow going left. Just select that one.
Okay.
All right. Now, the left-hand row on your sword blade here, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to put your crosshair on the bottom left little square of iron and just click once. Keep your crosshairs on it when you click. If you've got it set to go left, it'll move it, spread the metal to the left.
It's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything? All right, then you probably don't have it to the left. You've probably got it to the right.
I hit left. Shoot.
That's all right. You just picked it back up again. Go ahead, shift click to put it back down, and it'll put the uncompleted piece. So,
shoot, I keep hitting the wrong buttons.
There you go. Now you'll have to move back to the hammer. There you go.
I think it's
all right, it'll have a dot and an arrow going left. So you hit F, you'll see a dot and an arrow going left. That's when you want to select. Click on that icon, and then you should be able to...
Okay.
There you go. Okay. So what you want to do is just on each of those spaces, you want to spread the metal left. There you go. Now, just keep spreading it left, and then the center one. Now you have to switch to the right arrow. Yep. There you go. And as long as you don't accidentally spread metal where it doesn't belong, you'll have enough to complete it. Now, you just spread metal where it didn't belong. That's because you just need to scoot to your right a little bit. Don't worry about that. Just go ahead and spread the last little icon, last little voxel. There you go. Now, hit F, and all the way to the right, you'll see the item that allows you to remove the excess.
Yeah, I managed to do it somehow.
Yep. All right. So now you have a sword blade. Put that sword blade in your crafting grid, and you'll need to put a stick under it. Now, if you do not have any sticks, the center right side chest has some sticks on the right side towards the middle. And it's just a classic stick.
Okay.
There you go. So you'll put your sword blade in your crafting grid. You'll put the stick below it. You don't have to do anything else, and that should create the sword.
There it is.
There you go. And you have just forged your first sword. I don't care which one you give me, whether it's the one that I originally handed to you or the new one you forged. But give me one of the two swords you have, you bastard. There you go.
That's the new one. You got the one.
All right. Now that you have a good sense of how this works,
okay,
go ahead, grab yourself a couple more pieces of coal from the bottom chest over here.
Brown coal?
Brown coal, yep. Go ahead, grab like 2 of them.
Okay.
Pick up that iron ingot. Just right click it, there you go. Shift right click to feed the coal into the forge, both pieces.
Oh yeah, the torch.
Yep, yep. Torch into your right hand. Shift and hold right click until it ignites.
Yeah.
There you go. Shift right click to place that ingot in there.
Okay, I gotta get that back in my inventory there.
There you go.
Yeah,
once that's heated up right hot, you'll want to right click it to remove it.
I'll be sure. I'm trying to do as much of this without assistance so I can remember how to do it.
Yep.
What is that? It sounds like a puppy.
through to bright red. And there you go. It's hit yellow. Pull it on out of there. Now, when you shift right click on the anvil, that's when you have to choose what item you're going to make. I would suggest a knife blade.
Okay, where's that?
But if you want to make a different tool, an axe head or something else, you choose. There you go.
Blade.
Now, the knife blade is a nice one because it's got a little bit of everything. So you'll want to spread left along the top. Remember, you need the hammer in your hand.
Oh.
F to choose the spread direction.
Got it.
So spread left. There you go. And then you'll need some spread right. And then you'll need remove excess. And you'll see that the excess, yep, you can see the spot. Go ahead, cut that right off of there. And you got one more in the inside corner.
Oh, this one?
There you go. And again, you'll put that in your crafting grid with a stick below it.
Oh, I gotta get another stick.
Yep.
Where are the sticks? Here?
Middle chest, right side.
So, one quick thing for you. If you didn't debark all of the branches, all of the small little branches that you had, you can put them in your crafting grid with a knife, and you can actually convert them over to sticks.
Yes. Yep.
Cool. Yeah, that would be useful.
There you go. So now you have an iron knife, which has, if you open your inventory and you mouse over the iron knife, has 2200 durability in comparison to the 60 durability or whatever it was for the flint knife that you made.
Jesus.
So you've got a good knife that'll last you a good long time. You got a sword that's doing 4.5 hit points of damage with an attack range of 2.5 meters. And so you are now a little better armed and got a chance to learn the basics of blacksmithing, because all the blacksmithing works that way. As long as you don't accidentally spread metal into an area that it shouldn't go, an ingot should be enough to make anything except for a metal plate. A metal plate will always take 2 ingots.
Okay. What would you use that for?
Making lanterns.
Okay.
Metal plates are used to make lanterns, and they're also used to make mining bags. In combination with some linen cloth. Yeah, a mining bag in the vanilla game is a linen bag that has a reinforced bottom so that you can use it to carry extra ore and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, you can only store stuff relative to mining in it.
Okay.
But speaking of mining,
why is it getting real misty in here?
Because it's getting real misty in here. The morning mists have come.
Okay.
Ooh, awesome. Ereketh's making some stone path for this. But all right. We'll head on down here. Yep. So as soon as you get down here, I mean literally as soon as you get down here, there's native copper ore here on the left.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Okay. If you come on down a little farther here, we got some butt munchers that need some killing. But there's more native copper ore at this level.
Okay.
All right. And then back over here where this butt munch is, we'll wipe him out. There we go. There's more native copper ore at the back.
Yeah.
And there's sulfur here over on this side.
Can't you make some kind of like bombs or something?
Yes, charcoal, sulfur, and saltpeter will allow you to create explosives.
I did run across saltpeter in the vanilla one.
Yep.
I found saltpeter, a lot of it
All
too.
right, we got to get him out of the way. There we go. as we head down here.
Yeah.
This goes a long way down, but
no lava in this game.
You know, I don't know. I think there is.
Really?
There is, but we haven't seen it yet.
Yes, we have not encountered lava yet. Bastard.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, bastard.
All right. So down here again, you're going to find more sulfur. This was full of lead ore, and I mined out all the lead ore that was in this area. But there's some more sulfur there.
What do you
and
think?
Over on this side.
Or bullets or?
No, actually, to make a amalgam that uses mostly lead and a little bit of copper called molybdochalco, and it can be used to make lamps, which look pretty cool. It makes black lamps. Down here actually is where I pulled out a whole bunch of metal ore, iron ore. Got one more here.
Yeah, I see him. I'll let you wipe him out.
Yeah, I got him. Yeah, like I say, the sword is pretty seriously good. But all of this was full of iron ore.
Nice.
But if we continue down...
Is iron as high as you can get?
Yes. Yes, currently iron is as far up the chain as you can get.
Yeah, we don't have to advance to steel yet or not.
No, no steel yet. But if we head farther down, you'll see we're now coming into more copper down here. And in addition to the copper, there's considerate. Now, considerate is tin ore, and that, along with the copper, allows you to make the tin bronze. Okay? Right. You can see there's still quite a bit of considerate down here. And if we dig around back into the far back corner, I'm not sure which one it is, but somewhere down here, maybe it's back here. Yes, there is more iron ore.
Nice.
Okay, and you need a bronze tool to harvest iron ore. But I wanted to show you there is more iron around, so don't feel like you were in any way harshing our stash by us, letting you work some iron ingots. So we will be mining this out eventually when the time comes to get some more iron done for a bloomery. I don't know how you're fixed for food. If you're hungry, let me know. You should still have some bread, but if you don't, I'll make sure. And I also got to eat a little bit of my fruit here because my health is down quite a bit from those guys.
Everything's up to full right now, so I'm good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this, guys. There's an inventory sorting mod that we also have.
Yep.
And if you press the button to sort your inventory while you have a chest open, you reorganize the entire chest.
Nice.
Right on.
No.
Not for her, I guess.
Yeah.
How deep can you go? How deep can you go?
Well, you're about to see how deep we can go. We're going to continue down here.
Okay.
As you see, I hit more iron down here. I just wanted to show you there is plenty of iron available to us. But we're going to keep going down.
Yeah, I think the only thing they need to be able to, somebody needs to work on is here.
There's one more. You'll have to go at him, wail on him, eat him hot.
Why am I not hitting him? There it goes.
You're hitting the dead one instead of hitting him. There you go.
He's dead.
When you hear that sound, kind of like slapping a side of beef, you're hitting a dead one. You're hitting a body instead of. And we've got a little more tin ore down here, just so you know. Now, the biggest problem is these guys are going to kind of be in our way here, so we'll have to kind of shove them out of the way. There we go.
Okay.
We're going to continue down, and right here is the mantle. That is bedrock.
I see. I was going to say, I was wondering if we would eventually reach The dead
Now,
bottom.
if you look up in the direction that I am currently looking, way up there, you'll see a little tiny white dot. That's Ereketh's name tag.
Oh wow.
So needless to say, we is a long way down, my brother. We are a long way down.
I think the only thing they really need to do is be able to give you a little bit more capability to change your appearance. Everybody looks the same like a clone.
Well, and there's a lot of clothing that's available that you can get from traders and possibly find as loot. It doesn't give you any armor value or anything like that. They haven't implemented armor in the game yet. But
okay. I was wondering about that, if they were going to get armor.
Yeah, we haven't ended up getting any of the clothing. In our single player, we eventually get Ereketh some awesome green clothes and get me some squire boots and stuff like that. Panning, you can find jewelry.
Cool.
But, all right, so that is the bottom of the world.
Nice. And there's some...
And you may have trouble getting past him, and we may have to wait for them to despawn, because I didn't bring a pick down with me. And they are solid. They will block your way. That's the biggest thing that's a pain in the butt, is you'll be down mining, and you'll be on your way up. You'll get jumped by one, and he'll block your way. But you won't be able to get past him. We got to wait for him to despawn.
Figures.